Precious souls, welcome back to our happy space. Let's get right to it. Tapping into your higher self, your guardian angels, your spirit guides, ancestors. Please come through with the protection of Archangel Michael. Transmute any negative energy trying to interfere with my messages. Transmute it to the highest light and power, healing light for all. What is it we need to know at this time for those watching? I just saw light seers. For the light seers. I just saw a train slowing on the tracks, arriving at the station. It was a lot of momentum, carrying a lot of weight, but it's slowing, approaching the station. What is this all about? Woo, getting goosebumps. This is something. Something's arriving. Arrivals. Spirit, come through, please. Lovers in reverse. Oop. Knight of Wands that almost wanted to flip. What else? Ooh. Oh boy, okay. Yeah, that did flip. That is the four of Wands. Spirit. This is interesting. The cards are acting very strange. I'm not sure if you can see these guys. Okay, and then we got the Nine of Swords. We've got the Five of Pentacles and the Tower in reverse. Whew. Okay, so somebody who might have made a choice, a different choice, a wrong choice. Is there a right and wrong? Someone who chose somebody different than you. They've got a lot of passion for you. They may have been in and out, a little immature, okay? I'm feeling like this is someone who has a lot of passion for you, but they really had a problem staying put, okay? Yeah, there won't be a reunion. If you're looking, if you're wondering, if you're still on that bandwagon, there will not be a reunion with this individual. You're no longer in your head about it. You're not self-sabotaging. You're not holding yourself back anymore, waiting for someone who didn't know your worth. They had you feeling left out in the cold, abandoned, and now this individual is feeling that. And it's really interesting, thank you, Spirit, because this person blames you for abandoning them, but you actually walked away from them because they put you in a position where you were left with no choice because they weren't pouring into the relationship like they really needed to. They were in and out. They were, yeah, okay. Tower in reverse. Somebody is avoiding the Tower. Avoiding seeing the truth. I feel like it's in this individual. Avoiding seeing that what is happening to them is a direct result of something they didn't take accountability for. And this was to help them grow. Yeah, to help them break a cycle. I see that you definitely have broken through a lot of cycles, especially by leaving this energy behind. You are probably being seen or about to be seen by a very large audience. I'm seeing online, okay? Maybe you have a platform on social media. Yes, you know your self-worth. This person, actually, these circumstances, because you finally chose yourself, you really stepped into understanding what your true worth and value is. Thank you, Spirit. You're building your own wealth at this time. You're starting to pour into yourself. While this individual in the past is still trying to make excuses and blame maybe you, even I'm hearing slander. That doesn't show here, but I'm hearing slander, trying to get you to take full accountability for, look, you know, like, I just got this other download. Thank you, Spirit. They're channeling that this individual put you in the circumstance where you had no choice but to leave. So they bullied you out because they didn't want to step up and say, this isn't what I want, or I'm still not done playing the field, or whatever the case may be. They actually bullied and created such a difficult environment that you had no choice but to walk away, which helped you to choose yourself. But then they turned around and said, look what this person did, and played the victim, right? Okay, yeah, we know what that is. We see it for what it is. We're not even focusing on that. More importantly, you're starting to see your worth. You're starting to pour that energy that you used to pour into this individual. I can feel my throat closing. Take that off, please. Archangel Michael, thank you. This individual was left behind, and now you have all this available energy and creative flow. I'm hearing. Wow. So this is interesting. You're coming to what I'm hearing is this beautiful understanding of how you could only actually blame yourself. No offense here, but this is the message for you not having the strength to see that you needed to pour all this energy and all of this constant giving to others into yourself, to tame the ego, to realize you were enough as you are. You don't have to bring anything, you don't have to keep giving. Taming that ego and saying, now I'm pouring it into myself. All these people who said I was an underachiever, all these people who thought I'd always fail, all these people who benefited from my constant flow of energy, which was right from source, by the way, they all benefited. And then they were the ones who judged me, going, look, how come you can't get your crap together? How come you're not doing well? How come and those are the people you actually, they were feeding off your energy. They were harvesting this beautiful energy. But now that you've cut these people out of your environment, you're realizing I actually have an abundant amount of creative energy. And now that I'm pouring it into myself, I'm doing really good. I'm really doing good. And so they're no longer saying, all these people that drew attention, look at that person, they're not doing well. Look, they're stumbling, they can't get their crap together. Now they've drawn all this attention, this spotlight I'm hearing on you. And everybody's looking and going, actually, they look like they're doing pretty good now that you're not in their energy. Looks like they don't have any dead weight holding them back, you know? Pretty impressive. You are shining like a little diamond. And that's because you started to tame that ego and say, I have nothing to prove to anybody. I show up as I am, and if that's not good enough, that's my spirit guides showing me they do not respect you. They do not value you, and that is for their own problem. That is something that they need to heal. You do not need to prove your worth to anybody. You already see it in yourself, and you're starting to show it off just by being you. You're starting to show up with more confidence. You're more grounded. People cannot get reactions out of you. They can't. Because you did the healing. You went within, you looked at your shadows, you're like, you know what? I don't like these aspects of myself. They're not serving me. I'm going to make some changes. And only you have the ability to do that. You walked away. Thank you, Spirit. You had the strength. 8-8, guys. Woo! Oh, I'm sorry. My apologies. 8-8-8, okay? All this abundance is coming in as a result of you seeing that other people were flourishing by feeding off of your inability to stop yourself from reacting. They were using this. Oh, woe is me. I can't seem to get through this problem. You'd show up just like this. Poof, here I am. How can I help? But they were pulling you away from what you were meant to do, which was pour into yourself first. Because in order for you to really be of any helpfulness to others, you need to first heal these aspects of yourself. Fill your own cup, as they say, right? Oh, fill your own cup, as they say, with the Ace of Cups. Thank you, Spirit. This overflowing emotional happiness that you have given yourself with this new beginning, because you took all of that and you poured it into yourself instead, and you did the healing, and now it is flowing over, and now anybody you allow with discernment into your energy is feeling this hope, this renewed faith, this healing. I got goosebumps, guys. I'm telling you, Spirit's singing loud and clear, okay? You are this healer. You are this beautiful source for energy from the divine to pour through. Anybody who is lucky enough to bathe in that energy knows that everything is going to be okay. You bring this sense of, if there's a project, you bring massive light to it. You bring massive abundance. It always goes more incredible than anybody else could have done on their own. It's just who you are. You are a beautiful angelic light. But now, the people that do not, have not done the healing, that do not use what they attain to help themselves and others, you can see through this, and you will not allow yourself to be in their energy. People who've tried to stop you, bring you down, people who operate out of envy and jealousy, they haven't done the healing. So to be in your presence or under your protective umbrella, which is what you have, by the way, it only stunts their own growth, and you know to move away and let them do their thing on their own time. You're not cruel by doing so. You're extremely wise. And this comes from different time parallels I just saw. on this big grid of energy. King of Cups. There is someone in your energy that absolutely adores you. And they're no longer having sleepless nights all in their head about it. I feel like they want to come forward. They're seeing, when they look at you, maybe they're seeing you social media, or maybe they're somebody that's already in your energy. When they see you, they see this strength. They see the strength. They know you've been through it like them. In order to be the King of Cups, they've had to work through their own emotional healing. They've had to develop an emotional intelligence, not to be reactive, but instead to be able to witness, experience, and process their emotions, and then be able to translate them, right? This is someone who views you very strong, very abundant, and very much worthy of everything you have coming in. Very healing, that you bring hope to others, faith, and that you have, in fact, and your own emotional healing to the point where you are abundant. Everything, it doesn't mean you're filthy rich, okay? That is, it's not the only thing in this world. Abundant, as in everything you are a part of, there is an abundance of. It can then be not just filling your cup, your family's cup, your friend's cup, but helping others. And you have the discernment after this healing to know where to invest, Spirit says. Yes, you could see beyond the illusions when other people come forward. All right, there are many people. You could see which ones are the snakes, which ones are the good ones, which ones are, there's no such thing as good and bad, but which ones will serve a higher purpose and be more inclusive to help more people, right? You are not a penny pincher, but you are selective about where you, and not just pennies, thank you, Spirit, where you invest your energy, resources, or your finances that are coming in. This person sees this. Spirit, what do we need to know about this? Oh, this is such a good feeling. I hope you're feeling this energy, guys. You've done so much work on yourself, and you're just amazing. Like, you are amazing. People are seeing it. Not that it matters how other people view us, but it shows because your light is so bright. And yeah, it's pissing some people off. Well, what do we got? Page of Cups in reverse. It's pissing some people off. There are people that truly do owe you an apology, okay? But we're not waiting for that. It's in reverse. They've been holding it back, saying, I'm just going to keep this link to your energy by you thinking I'm going to come back and apologize or accept accountability. We're not worried. Do your own healing. I forgive the whole thing for myself. I've set myself free. You know that nothing goes unseen by the divine. You don't have to play God. You don't have to be the punisher. You don't have to be, here's everything that happened. You don't have to be the one. And this sets you free. And most people don't recognize this. So I'm so proud of you. This is really interesting. It's getting quite deep. What you did was you gave yourself a huge apology. You said accepting accountability for your part instead of all the parts, trying to keep the peace, but seeing your part in it and apologizing to yourself for allowing yourself to lower that vibration to even match those individuals that brought you into that misery loves company feeling. Wow, yeah. You've forgiven yourself. You know this is a part of the healing journey. What else, Spirit? Why did my video just blur? Come back to me, Spirit. What else? Yeah, the past is the past. You leave it there. You healed those inner childhood wounds. I'm seeing that there's some energy from the past. I'm also getting you might be going back to childhood memories that are starting to pop up. They're popping up to help you see a bigger picture in something. Isn't that interesting? There's like a little treasure hunt for your inner child to follow. You're also stepping into the power that your inner child holds because you're allowing yourself to set free, to start seeing through that. Oh, you're getting very creative. You're highly charismatic. I also see that there might be somebody else in your energy. I see two kings here. Why am I hearing we three kings? All right. There might be a third. What is going on? Is that this individual? Someone from your past might be returning. Thank you, Spirit. This is someone who was more operating at one time specifically on how other people viewed them. They're a very productive type person, very productive oriented, like, very passionate, very charismatic. A lot of people viewed them as attractive. That was their energy specifically. They also like when they're very focused on their careers, very focused and driven. Um, this might be somebody from your past though. They embody at this time, and I'm not suggesting they're a fire sign, but they embody Leo, Sagittarius, Aries kind of energy, like very driven. Yeah, and this individual is this King of Cups that's very much adoring you. Okay, no longer in their head about you. This is someone who is embodying, not necessarily the sign, but embodying a water sign, so Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces kind of energy. Someone who's highly emotional, but they don't always show it. It's not someone who's oozing love. They're not wearing it on their sleeve, but they have a very deep ability to go deep into their emotions and allow themselves to feel. There's a sense of emotional maturity here. All right, we're going to touch base on both these kings, please, Spirit. Tell me about the King of Cups. Let's focus on the King of Cups. They're no longer in their head, and they're prepared to come forward and invest in you because they see you, I'm hearing. They see you. King of Wands, this person of the past, Spirit. What do we need to know about them? The King of Wands. I literally just felt myself stepping into their energy. It was a really interesting feeling. So they had they took some time going into hermit, going within, and now they're coming out with this brand new wisdom. They want to clarify. They want to bring clarity. They want to speak. They want to communicate. The swords, and I'm seeing like reckless though. Like instead of like they're just coming in and going, oh my gosh, I've had this time alone and I've come to this deeper wisdom and now I need to come forward and tell you what I've recognized, what I see. I see 2 9s here also. This is very interesting. So they may have come through some kind of deeper enlightenment, deeper wisdom, after finally taking some time to themselves to not avoid, but instead go in and do their own inner childhood healing. What's this on the fence? Can't make this up. You're going to have a decision to make between the two of them, and you're feeling guarded a little bit. You're like, in fact, I'm seeing that you might even be a little blocked. It's like, I don't really want to look at any of them because I see you as pouring into yourself. You've done your own healing. You were always on this healing journey. You're quite happy just building your own little empire. But you've got this coming in. I'm seeing like the blindfolds are being removed. You can pretty much see through everyone. Is there any more guidance? Both of them might be someone, or both of them might be coming in with some, small offer of some new beginning. But I want to see some guidance from Spirit regarding this whole entire thing. What is the guidance? We know where we've been. We know what we've seen. We know what you could feel this. I feel like you are so evolved. You are so healed. You could feel this in your energy that something is coming. What's coming, Spirit? What's coming? An end of a cycle. Some of you have been wanting this for so long. You could feel the person of the past in your energy still pulling, and you're very guarded as a result. And all you want to hear is, okay, some of you have actually done cord cutting and everything. You're like, I just want to know that they're gone out of my energy. Look at, there it is again. If they come forward with some offer, you're going to see right through it. Blah, blah, blah. Some of them know that they've done a lot of things in the background to really harm you, to hold back your opportunities. They might want to come, oh my gosh, out of complete greed, out of selfishness, okay? This is someone, remember, you're showing as the Queen of Pentacles in the upright. This person potentially was meant to be in your life and build a beautiful empire with you, but they were fooled, I just heard. I'm going to let this come through. They were manipulated. They were easily manipulated like a little puppet because they cared more about the opinions of others. They listened to the wrong people. They were ruled by the ego. I'm just going to let this flow. And so they were easily manipulated. They realize now going in and doing this, really looking at the situation, instead of mocking you and doing the worst against you, they're going, oh my God, I was used as a pawn in some game. And they lost out of greed. Oh my gosh, they really hope they were messing with your intuition, and there were people doing a lot of dark things in the background. A lot of dark things in the background. Okay, this is the past. 777 is coming through. All right. Icky. Like I can feel it in my throat. This person actually doesn't want me to say a damn word, but truth and only truth, guys. I'm a truth seer, truth speaker as well. Spirit is saying, You needed to see that you could bring your own happy ending to yourself. This is someone who's very proud of the fact that they built their own emotional overflowing joy. And some of you had nothing because this individual for sure was doing things in the background to stop opportunities coming in, block people from aligning with you. They did all of it out of needing to be the best of the best of the best, being seen as I'm the one who is the handler. You have to get through me. I know what I'm doing. I taught them everything I know. All of that, guys, out of greed. And now they're left with nothing as you show, actually, I didn't need you. And this is what Spirit was doing. Thank you for showing me. In the background, they wanted people to see the truth. That as soon as this individual was removed from your energy, your life, as soon as you finally took the cue, oh, you want me to walk away. Okay, that's when all of this ended, and the people that this person and others were manipulating into believing you were the problem, that you couldn't do without them, they're now seeing, wait a minute, with the Nine of Cups, this person's building their dreams by themselves now that you've been removed out of their energy. And that's why they were doing things in the background. They were trying to make it look like you were still failing, like you couldn't do it. There was a lot of work being done. They spent a lot of money, I'm hearing, doing things, aligning things so that you always look like the person who couldn't do it alone and that they were all that. Wow. Don't like this energy. So let's move on, Spirit. Guidance moving forward. What's the guidance? You want me to take that, okay? Keep seeing that other perspective. Because you have the ability, as a beautiful, empathic, angelic soul that you are, to see all sides, that used to imprison you. That used to keep you from giving up on people, from moving forward. You could see all sides. This is a gift, but it's a double-edged sword. Oh, they wanted me to show you. This is goosebumpy. The double-edged sword. It kept you blocking yourself from moving forward, finally releasing them because you could see that precious little innocent child inside that was just hurt and wounded, and you just wanted to coddle it like this beautiful, nurturing person that you are. You wanted to coddle that little child and say, come on, I'll take you, I'll show you. But they were committed to misunderstanding you, and that probably just almost like this person did some head games by the looks of it. Okay, I'm seeing swords in reverse all over the place. They used your ability to see all sides and pulled you in like, yeah, don't you see? I just keep going. Help me, help me. Don't give up on me, right? You finally saw your side, though. You saw the shadow side of them, the shadow side of you that needed healing. And you said, you know what? Actually, I see the big picture. And all I'm doing is stunting your growth and my own by staying in this loop where you are controlling everywhere I go, how I view things, everything. Your perception opened up, and this was so important, and it shed light on everything, especially in those matters that were very deeply emotional. But you brought light to all the situations, and I feel like you also weren't afraid to speak on this, okay? There was a lot of things being done in the background, and it all came to light as soon as you chose yourself, and Spirit allowed you to work on your own heart's desires and show up for you in a way that also reflected to the world and illuminated those shadows. These individuals were only slowing me down. I did not rely on them. And you also had to show yourself. You don't need them. No codependency here, right? They were trying to stop and block your beautiful intuition, but you shone through. You shone through. You could see. What else, Spirit? Anything else? Final advice. Oh, what you defeated, you're not even giving yourself full credit for. You have no idea what you defeated. This energy has followed you around throughout your life, jumping person to person, different people. They'd switch on a dime, wouldn't they? You see now. You see through it. They were blocking you this entire time from all of your beautiful spiritual gifts, your deeper wisdom and understanding. You broke it just by allowing yourself to expand your mind, take a step away, no contact, put an end to people manipulating you, and see the truth. You defeated it by developing a healthy detachment from needing anyone, anything. You had to start pouring into yourself to see your own true worth. It took some time, and you did it. This is huge. All right, final pass. For this reason, you will be totally victorious, and people are going to be celebrating you. People. Okay, we had the world card here earlier. People are going to get to know your story because it is a survival guide for others. You are going to shine so brightly and be so successful and victorious in what you are about to pursue. I hear it's big. It's big. Queen of Swords. And because you've got such strong discernment, you are feeling totally confident in moving forward and speaking and seeing and continuing to share the truth for others. You are a guiding light. They told me to grab my little thing. You are a guiding light for others. You hold the key and your voice is being activated, okay? There's something, the clarity you bring others because you walked through this and you are on the other side. There's something very beautiful that you're going to be celebrated for. And you know who gets to join you on this journey, and you could feel very well who doesn't. I see one bird in the background that's very interesting. Bird's eye view. Bird's eye view. You could see all perspectives. You could see a vision that is so much bigger than you, so much bigger than the they, them, you, we, I. You see the big picture and how we're all connected. Yes, this is beautiful. There's something very special you're about to share with others that is going to be game-changing for the world, helping the world to heal, helping the world to see with clarity. I love this for you. Be strategic. Figure it out. You don't need to share this with everybody. As you know, those energies still try to interfere and stuff, but you are so divinely protected because you can see the truth in everything. You see beyond the illusion. Thank you, Spirit. Wow, I'm so proud of you. If you get called to have a personal reading and you want any information, it's always in the links below each video, as well as you can subscribe for free to my YouTube channel, Earth Angel 3811, where our soul family loves to meet live on occasion, do live readings, and support and love each other on this interesting journey we call life, okay? No judgment, always a safe environment. I'm sending you guys so much love, and I'm really proud of you. It's time you start celebrating yourself. You've been through things that most people would never have made it through. Some people haven't. So be proud of yourself. You're doing amazing.